Tonight on Coyote Sports, the Coyote men's and women's basketball teams both fall in the Summit League Conference Tournament. Plus, the men's and women's golf teams compete in Nevada. And in the Bauer Beat, Sean gives you some advice on your March Madness brackets. I'm Brian Noel.
And I'm Sean Bauer. Coyote News' Levi Goots is live with Grayson Herding to talk about her finish at the Zone Diving Championships and find out who the Coyotes will be playing for the upcoming football season. But first, the headlines. Taylor?
3 Morgan State football players were stabbed outside a dining hall Tuesday afternoon, leaving 1 player in serious condition. None of the injuries sustained were considered life-threatening, and police have taken a suspect into custody. The stabbing is the 3rd violent instance to occur at Murray State in the past week, including another stabbing and multiple fights at a party. San Francisco 49ers linebacker Chris Borland announced his retirement from the NFL after playing just 1 season. Borland says his concern over the long-term impact of head-related trauma was the main reason for his retiring. Borland was one bright spot for the 49ers' disappointing season last year, but joins fellow 49er linebacker Patrick Willis in retirement, who announced his retirement earlier this month. Oklahoma City Thunder forward Serge Ibaka will miss an estimated 4 to 6 weeks after undergoing an arthroscopic knee procedure on Tuesday. Ibaka becomes the 3rd major player for the Thunder to miss extended time due to injury. All-star guard Russell Westbrook missed 15 games earlier this season, and reigning MVP Kevin Durant has missed 40 games due to injury as well. And those are your headlines.
The USD women's basketball team couldn't defend their Summit League title as they fell to rival SDSU in the Summit League Conference Tournament Championship 72-57. The Coyotes made only 4 of their 30 shots in the first half and never could recover from their 18-point halftime deficit. The Jackrabbits were led by Macy Miller's 19 points as they secured the Summit League's automatic NCAA bid. The women's season isn't over though, as they received an automatic bid into the women's NIT by winning the Summit League regular season title. The Coyotes will host Creighton at 7 tomorrow night at the Dakota Dome. The Hoodie Allen concert has been moved to 9 so students can attend both events. The men's basketball season ended at the hands of their rival SDSU as they lost 78-65 in the Summit League semifinals. The Jackrabbits' DeAndre Parks scored a game-high 21 points, including making 3 of SDSU's 11 three-pointers in the game. Tyler Larson led USD with 19 points and 10 rebounds, and fellow senior Brandon Boss added 12 in their final collegiate games. The Coyotes finished with an above 500 record for the first time in 4 years. Head coach Craig Smith was named a finalist for the top first-year head coach in the NCAA.
4 South Dakota swimmers and divers were named to the Summit League Swimming and Diving Academic All-League teams this week, including sophomore Grayson Herding. She also competed in last week's NCAA Zone Diving Championships in Iowa City, and now Coyote News' Levi Goots is live with Herding to talk about the season. Levi?
Thanks, Sean. Herding was the only diver from this area, from the Summit League, to join the NCAA tournament. Thank you so much for being with us. So how would you say this season has gone as a team this year?
I think we did amazing this season. We worked really hard to try to get where we are, and I think it came out at conference. We got 4th, which was better than last year, I believe, so it was exciting.
And then individually, how would you say that your season went from your experience?
I was really happy with how this season turned out. Like I said, I work really hard for my results, and hopefully it continues.
And then you made it to the Academic All Summit League. What are the requirements that are there for you to make it into that?
I actually just learned this today, so we're lucky. You have to have above a 3.4 and place top 8 in the Summit League. And then they put you in a pool and they decide. I don't know how they decide that, but they vote and it worked out.
And then, so you're only a sophomore, so what can you say is going to happen from now on for the next few years?
Continue what I'm doing, keep working hard, and hope that it continues because, I don't know, I'm excited.
Thank you so much. Herding has 27 individual victories this semester and the Summit League diving MVP. Live from the Muck, I'm Levi Goots.
Thanks, Levi. Earlier this week, the USD men's and women's golf teams were in Nevada competing at the 3-day SDSU Jackrabbit Classic. Sophomore Brenna Lervik shot a final round 72 to tie for first place at 4 under par in the women's tournament. Abby Dufresne was the next highest USD golfer, finishing in a tie for 26th place, and the Coyote women finished 7th out of 11 teams at the meet. For the men, Sam Matthew and Cody Seal finished tied for 26th place at 4 over par for the tournament, and the USD men tied for 11th place out of 15 teams. Both men's and women's teams compete next at the Bradley Spring Invite on April 3rd.
The Coyote football team's schedule has been released. The Coyotes will hold their season opener against Kansas State on September 5th and a home opener against Drake. This game will also be the Missouri Valley Conference opener for the Coyotes. The Dakota Days game will host Youngstown State. In this week's Bauer Beat, Sean shares his bracket picks for March Madness.
Tomorrow, the greatest sporting event in the world officially begins as the NCAA tournament gets underway. Everyone has been filling out their brackets, but first, listen to my potential bracket busters before you finalize your picks. Now, obviously, I have Kentucky winning along with just about everyone else, but the key to winning your bracket is to pick the correct upsets. My top bracket busters this year are Michigan State, Buffalo, and the winner of the Texas Butler game. Michigan State isn't as strong as they normally are, but as a 7 seed, they can cause some damage with a potential upset of 2nd seed Virginia. Virginia is slumping right now, having lost more games in the past week than they did the rest of the year. Plus, they're a defensive team, so scoring could be a problem for them. Then there's Buffalo, who's a 12 seed, and every year at least one 12 seed beats a 5 seed, and Buffalo is my pick this year, as they face an overrated West Virginia team in the first round. Now, Buffalo played Kentucky tough earlier this year, and that gives them the team to make some noise in the tourney, in my opinion. And finally, the winner of the Texas and Butler game. I don't know who I'm picking here yet, but the winner will go to the Sweet 16. Texas has talent galore, and Butler is the classic bracket buster. So this prediction is more of a gut feeling than anything. But no matter how your bracket turns out, though, I hope you all enjoy sitting on the couch over the weekend, watching basketball all day as I plan to. And that's the Bauer Beat.